for sustainable wealth every Friday 7 p.m. UTC. Axie Infinity or Sandbox? Which one to choose? Is Axie Infinity hugely undervalued? We found some interesting data which our commendatory at the end of the episode is going to analyze. Stay with us, guys. But let's start, Alex, with the price performance.
Okay, let's see which crypto would make you more money through the years. For starters, if we take a look since November of 2021, when Axie Infinity went live to the broad public, and you could buy both Sandbox and Axie from the open market, it is clear as day that Axie Infinity by far outperformed Sandbox and had an amazing run. But not all time periods were better for Axie. If we compare performance since Q4 of 2021, it is evident that Sandbox had its moment on the sun at a later stage and just smashed everything. For our pockets, this means that if we invested $100 in November of 2020 into Axie, today, my friends, we would have $20,000. Not bad. The same $100 thrown into the Sandbox cryptocurrency for the same time period would give us half as much. We would have now $10,000. If we only knew then, Fluffy, now we could buy a third of a Tesla.
Okay.
Tell us though about the use cases of each crypto and the teams behind those projects. But before that, if you guys would like to see another awesome crypto battle, just click on the suggested video at the right top corner. Let's go, Fluffy.
But what is Axie Infinity? Axie Infinity is a blockchain-based game developed by a Vietnamese team running on top of Ethereum. It is inspired by the idea of Pokemon and Tamagotchi game. Axie Infinity, an ERC20 token, has developed its own sidechain on top of Ethereum for scalability and low fees. The sidechain is called Ronin Network. Players can play to earn from the Axie Infinity by winning battles, trading pets, and many more. Axie Infinity can be seen as one of the first projects to create a play-to-earn trend in DeFi. Each player owns their unique fantasy creatures known as Axie and take part in different activities such as battling, breeding, and trading. Sandbox is also an ERC20 token built on Ethereum blockchain. Sandbox is one of Animoca's most popular games. Players can create and monetize their gaming experience using NFTs and Sand tokens, the platform's native currency. Now, Sandbox currently does not support any DeFi capabilities. For now, at least. Sandbox plans to add DeFi within 2022. It is in their roadmap. Both projects support play-to-earn features. Both games are on mobile and internet browsers, and this is one of the main reasons that their user base consists mostly from users that originate from developing countries. A closer look at the team now will reveal the secret behind their success. Axie Infinity, the last 2 years, managed to achieve the impressive growth of 1000% plus. This shows great potential for the project and, of course, very good fundamentals. Now, moving forward, we see that emphasis is given to business development and marketing. The project knows how to build strong communities and expand its user base. Sandbox, on the other hand, achieved almost half of the Axie Infinity growth with a 409% growth, which is strange, because Sandbox is an older project when compared to Axie. Of course, Sandbox seems to move to different direction as far as its ratio team is concerned, due to the obvious emphasis given in design and entrepreneurship. Growing its user base seems to not be of high priority for Sandbox, since its main use case is NFTs, I would guess. What we see here is essentially that Axie Infinity is the winner, at least for now. Axie Infinity is a well-rounded company with clear goals, enhanced use cases, and a lot of DeFi capabilities, focused on growing the user base and the community. Sandbox, on the other hand, seems to be left behind with no DeFi capabilities, half the employee growth, and focus on the entrepreneurship and digital art. The strong point of Sandbox for now is NFTs. At this point, it is worth mentioning that Sandbox has a roadmap that does include layer 2 solutions, just like Axie Infinity within 2022. Alex, what do you think?
So basically, what I get from this is that Sandbox is a project from 2011, although its token went live the same period that Axie Infinity went live, but we're comparing here them as companies and not only the tokens for this matter.
Yeah, so we're comparing the maturity of the companies, and my point was that Sandbox is an older, relatively more mature company with smaller growth. Is Sandbox undervalued or overvalued? And is Axie Infinity undervalued or overvalued? For now, it seems that Axie Infinity is doing better.
Okay, I understand, because as we can see later on from the tokenomics, which is now, which coin is better to invest for the long term based on their token economics and which might be undervalued. Let's see. Axie Infinity is worth more as a project as its market cap is 6.6 billion compared to 4 billion that Sandbox has. As we see here that Sandbox is from 2011, this is quite a bit strange, right?
It does look strange actually, yes.
Both projects have almost around 40% of their maximum token supply that will ever exist already circulating. There are 102 million Axie circulating and 1.15 billion Sand circulating. Because there are more tokens to come from both, we need to know how many will be coming out to know the potential sell pressure and which coin can be in a worse position long term. A look on inflation reveals that Sandbox is in a better spot with 27.3% inflation rate per year. NVT ratio also suggests that Sandbox seems to be more undervalued with a figure of 31.2, which is a pretty good in general. Axie is a bit overvalued on this metric. And here we are getting to the most interesting observation we were talking in the beginning. NVT ratio can be found if we know the transactions in dollar value that are happening on the network for the tokens we are interested. As I was searching that info, to be more objective, I chose to use 28 March as benchmark, as it is closer to the average value transactions for the last months. But what happens with Axie Infinity just on March of 29 is insane. We can observe that it had $1.8 billion worth of transactions. That is an insane amount and would make Axie not just undervalued, but the best buy ever. But don't get too excited just yet, because this might have been the play of a bad actor and not institutional demand. We know that on the same date of 29 March, Axie Infinity was hacked for 600 million worth of Ethereum and USDC. Fluffy, as you are more of an expert on that, tell us, could those transactions be linked to that exploit by the hacker?
Okay, Alex, my thoughts on that is that Axie Infinity user base did not dump the token and the price had a healthy recovery. Also, Axie is already big enough to be able to manage hacks and security incidents well. We cannot tell with certainty if the transaction volume is related to the hack, but it seems that for now it is.
Okay, I see. So the clear winner on the tokenomics part is Sandbox, and we can't be sure that Axie is actually undervalued to choose it. Right? Let's see. What would you choose though, Fluffy, for the altcoin season that everyone is waiting for?
I would look into Axie for the long run and Sandbox for the short term. Both projects are direct competitors and both projects have similar use cases. Sandbox, despite being from 2011 as you already stated, still lacks when compared to Axie Infinity. Although I do agree with you that as far as its price performance is concerned, it probably is going to pump more than Axie. But if we're looking for the long run, then I would choose Axie Infinity.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. For the altcoin season, I probably would choose Sandbox because of those token metrics and because it has less of a market cap and has more potential to do a greater upside. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share, as this helps us with the YouTube algorithms to be noticed more. Also, don't forget to comment which crypto coins you would like us to pair for Crypto Battle. Comment down below. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Dear Diet.